Hi, everybody. If you guys can comment right now, I think you can just hear my voice, but I'm watching the live YouTube. So comment when you're with us. I'm still waiting as people are getting connected. Right now I see that Liam is here and Abby is here. Okay. I'm going to not try to make you dizzy, but I'm actually going to put this and change to my face for a little bit. We're going to chat before we get to dissection. Did you mute that, Kyler? Okay. No, I got it. All right, so we're going to back up a little bit. We're working on it. Keep that. I think, okay, am I right side up or upside down? It's a little fireside chat. It looks like only my fire isn't going, so welcome. Looks like Liam is on, Abby's on, Micah, Sarah, Amanda. Micah is making lots of comments. How is the mic? How is the picture? Right, so waiting for some additional people. All right, some housekeeping things while we wait for people to hopefully still connect in. You guys should have already turned in your homework to me. If you have not, I would still like you to do so. As you're doing your attachments to me, please make sure you put in the subject line the biology and today's date that it's due. So like 3/20/20. That way, when I'm getting them in, I'll just put them in a file. A little bit easier for me to grade. This week you did not have a test, but you will next week. So make sure that via my instructions, I want you guys to actually mail me your test, and they're easier to grade for me that way. And that way I can do that. Watching Kyler's comments. So looks like Andrew is on. Kyler's my tech support. My apologies. Micah and Andrew are both together, it looks like. So welcome, guys. I've had nothing but issues. I tried yesterday. I thought we were all good with live streaming. I even had picture-in-picture stuff set up with the dissection and a camera. Today, nothing has been really good for me. So that's okay. We're gonna go with it. I know chemistry class had a lot of fun because they were doing all sorts of comments with each other while I was teaching. But that's okay because this is kind of social as well as hopefully we're gonna learn. I did ask you guys, I see Maggie is on. I did ask you guys to make sure you had your vocabulary. The reason for that, I thought it would be kind of fun for us to continue to review vocabulary versus it just being for the test. So every Friday when we connect, I want you guys to have reviewed vocabulary like you usually do, and kind of coming up with a different format for us to review. So if you'll excuse me for just 1 second. All right, so what we're going to do for vocabulary review is I'm going to actually give you guys a vocabulary word, like give you the definition. And the first person that I see who comments with the correct answer gets a kudos, a great job or whatever from me. No candy to award you guys because we're not with each other. Maybe if you guys are prepared for next week, maybe I'll throw in some extra credit for those of you who can do it. Now, that said, once you have answered a vocabulary words and I give you your good job, your high five for being the first person on there with it correctly typed, the whole word, then you can't comment until we've gone through the rotation of vocabulary words. So give me a moment. I'm going to flip to the right chapter. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the definition. The first person that I see correctly typing in the vocabulary word is going to get a kudos. All right, so I see Olivia's on. Hello, Olivia. Can I borrow a paperclip? All right, so you guys ready? I know that we don't have full class. And Liam, you're welcome to pop in if you know it. I haven't seen, and I know that Elia is going to not be able to do it quite as online. She might watch it later. Intro. Sorry, I can't help you, Liam. You're going to have to jump in here on full vocabulary words. That said, if you've read, you understand. I'm reading you the definition, so you just have to come up with a vocabulary word itself that you have read about. So sorry, you're kind of at a disadvantage, but at least a little more fun. Everybody clear on what I'm going to do? So I'm going to read one of the definitions. You have to type in the correct word, spelled correctly. And the first person that I see that has that done, I'm going to give a high five digitally to you. Okay. All right, here we go. Blood vessels that carry blood away from the heart. Go. Arteries by Andrew pops up first. So Andrew, if that's you, I don't know if it's you or Micah. So whichever one of the two of you guys understand, you guys might be together. Whichever one is the actually typed it in, you can no longer type in a word. So I'm going to do a number of these. Here we go. Next word or next vocabulary thing. The portion of the skeleton that supports and protects the head, neck, and trunk. Go. All right, looks like axial skeleton. I'm assuming that goes either to whichever Andrew or to Micah, who didn't get it before. Amanda, you're in there second. All right, here we go. We're going to do another one. Sorry, I had to plug in my computer. It's dying. Here we go. The lobes of the brain that receive signals from the receptors in the nose. Go. All right, we have olfactory lobes from Amanda, so she's going to get that one. Maggie, there is going to be definitely some kinks in our giddy up with regard to timing, so it is what it is. But hopefully, at least you guys are thinking through a little bit more fun than doing nothing. All right, here we go. Next one. And the last one was, the correct word was olfactory lobes. How about a rod of tough, flexible material that runs the length of a creature's body, providing the majority of its support. Go. Nope, Liam. Notochord by Olivia is the first correct answer. Good job, Olivia. All right, we'll do maybe a couple more because this is definitely a long vocabulary word. I'm seeing a whole bunch of notochords coming in now. Thin, tiny walled vessels that allow the exchange of gases and nutrients between the blood and cells of the body. Go. I guess there's also a possibility I should have checked to see where you guys are at in your reading. I'm making some assumptions that you guys are all there. All right, I see both Andrew and Amanda or Micah have answered correctly, but they have both. All right, we're going to give this one to Maggie since Maggie does not have a correct thing to my information that I've given her a high five to. So Maggie Capillaris is the correct answer. All right. At this point, this is open back up to everybody again. This will be our last one, and then we're going to go through some other review things. So let's do the life cycle in which a creature is hatched in freshwater, migrate to saltwater as adults, and then go back to freshwater in order to reproduce. Go. Andromedas goes either to Andrew or to Micah. Not sure who. So we will go ahead and kind of stop vocabulary. Good job. I'm seeing all sorts of correct answers popping in here on my screen. So awesome. Please do keep reviewing on vocabulary because we're going to just do things a little bit different as we kind of are communicating electronically. This week I'm trying YouTube. I've definitely had some kinks as I've tried to work through it in getting things to hook up to my camera and doing split screen stuff. So anyway, it's working. We'll make it work for today, but just keep posted. So keep reviewing your vocabulary words because we will spend some time at the beginning of each class period going through those things. At this point, we are going to spend most of our class time today going through our frog dissection. And frog dissection is really one of the coolest dissections that most students will do. It's kind of one of those biggies of, you've truly known you've completed biology class if you've dissected a frog. So I wouldn't want you to miss it. I know that a number of you guys have the frogs. If you want to kind of do it while we're going through things together, you are welcome to. Some of you do not have frogs in hand, so what you're going to have to do is just kind of make observations. I'm going to go ahead and turn the screen over to our frog, and you guys will kind of watch from there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so I sent home with you guys last week your frog dissection things. We're going to do a bunch of external observations before we get to internal observations. So if, again, you guys would get your dissection kits or the instructions out, that would be great. Some of the things that we're going to talk about, we're just going to talk about are not even in your lab. But that's okay, because you'll just have to kind of learn and go and do as we do it together. All right. So again, this is the dissection kits or guides that you guys took home last week. Again, I would like you to hold on to them and I'll take them back once we eventually get back together again. Otherwise, that's okay. But first thing we're going to do is I'm not going to be following the dissection guide exactly.